Hello everyone, welcome to the Four Pointer. My name is Axel here. I'm with Jack and Spencer, and today we're talking about the NBA draft. Spencer, I'm gonna start with you. Who do you think the Hornets should pick?
I think the Hornets got to pick Brandon Miller. I mean, he has the physicals of a Jason Tatum to me. His play style is not really like a Jason Tatum, but he can play wing. I don't think they should go with Scoot because they already have LaMelo at the guard spot, so a good wing like Brandon Miller would really help them out.
I think they should go with Scoot. He's the second most talented player in the draft, and I don't really think it's close. Brandon Miller, you see his March Madness stats, they're just not there. He played awful. They got bounced in, I believe, the Elite Eight. Or no, I think it was the Sweet 16 to San Diego State. And Scoot Henderson in the G League, he's been dominating. He's a very athletic guard. You know, their two guard is Terry Rozier. They don't necessarily need him, but you could push Terry Rozier to the bench, make him a great six man. I think they should take Scoot Henderson.
I mean, it started off being Scoot Henderson. Now it's a debatable. But let's say Brandon Miller goes to the Hornets. What does that leave the Trailblazers with?
They got a lot of options. I mean, you see, if you saw recently, Dame said if he had to pick somewhere to go, he said the Miami Heat. I mean, you could trade Dame and go just straight young, revamp the roster, just go straight young. You could go with one of the Thompson twins. I feel like they would be a good fit with Dame if you don't want to revamp the roster. There's a lot of places the Trailblazers could go, but I feel like if Scoot does fall to him, you might have to pick him up. He's too good of a player to let fall past you.
Yeah, I think they have two options here. They either take Scoot Henderson, once again push Anthony Simons down to the bench, or you can trade the third overall pick. You could probably get a pretty good second star out of it. You could have three solid players and Damian Lillard, whoever you get from that, and Anthony Simons. But if I were them, I would take Scoot Henderson, push him to the bench at first, and then as he develops more, push Simons to the bench.
Yeah, I mean, Damian Lillard, will he leave and stuff like that? It's very, very weird for the Trailblazers right now. But staying on the topic of the NBA draft, um, let's go with the fourth pick, the Houston Rockets. Who are they gonna pick?
I mean, so like we said, if Scoot falls to them, they have to pick Scoot. That's a must. If they don't pick Scoot, they're not thinking straight. I've seen they've really been trying to trade Jalen Green, which doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, he's been good for them. I don't know what they expect. I don't know if they expect him to make them win more games. You're the Houston Rockets. You're not gonna really win games with that roster yet. But if Scoot's not to them, I think again another one of the Thompson twins would be great. A good big man with Sengun would really be good for the Rockets.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think obviously Scoot Falls, you got to take him a million percent. But assuming 1, 2, 3 is Webenyama, Brandon Miller, Scoot Henderson, I think definitely Amin Thompson is the move. Great athletic three. He's huge. I believe he's 6'8". He's really developed a jump shot in OTE. I think it's a very good pick for the Houston Rockets.
Okay, thank you very much. And now we have a caller coming in.
So, if Scoot Henderson was to go in the top three, what would be a current NBA player that you would compare his talents to?
Okay. Every time I watch Scoot Henderson highlights, I just see D Rose. I see D Rose the way he dunks, how fast he is. He's probably the fastest player in the draft. He's gonna be one of the fastest players in the NBA when he gets there. But every time I see Scoot Henderson highlights, I see Derrick Rose. He might be a better shooter than Derrick Rose, anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of D Rose in him. I also see another player who always gets compared to D Rose, prime Russell Westbrook. But I don't think he's quite at the playmaking level. That's normally a thing that the guys develop in the pro level. But if he develops that playmaking, I can definitely see him being compared to Russell Westbrook. Extremely fast, extremely athletic, great rebounder for a small guard.
Yeah, me personally, I love Scoot Henderson. Definitely in the second best in this draft. And yeah, I mean, will you see any teams trade up for like any player like in the
I
top
don't.
three?
I don't really see any teams trading up. Because I don't see any reason that the top three teams would trade back, except for the Trailblazers. They're the only team I could see really trying to trade that third pick. But other than that, I don't see any real teams trying to trade up for the top three picks.
I think if Brandon Miller does get taken at second and Scoot Henderson is on the board at 3, I don't know who could scoop him up, but I think someone would swoop in and get Scoot Henderson just because of the insane amount of potential he's shown.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the Pistons or they should be mad of getting the fifth overall pick and being the worst in the league. They should be like very very mad at being the worst and not even going top four. That just sucks for them. And I mean, how do you feel for the Pistons?
I mean, it's what the NBA wanted. They wanted to take away tanking. Just because you get the worst team in the league, you're not guaranteed the first pick. So that's what the draft lottery is designed for. But it does suck for Pistons fans to be worst and not get the first pick.
Yeah, very unlucky by them. Even Houston, who also had the second or tied for the first best odds, ended up at 4. Spurs obviously had the tied for best odds. They ended up at 1. It's just it's purely a lottery. That's exactly what it's called. Pure luck. Pistons just got really unlucky. Maybe they can tank again next year for another star.
Yeah, I agree with him, and that was the 4-pointer. We'll see you later.